The autumn leaves drift by my window. The autumn leaves of red and gold. I see your lips, the summer kisses, the sunburned hands I used to hold. When you went away, the days grew cold, and soon I'll hear old winter's song. But I miss you most of all, my darling, when autumn leaves start to fall. The falling leaves drift by my window. The falling leaves of red and gold. I see your lips, the summer kisses, the sunburned hands I used to hold. Since you went away, the days grow cold, and soon I'll hear old winter's song. But I miss you most of all, my darling, when autumn leaves start to fall. Hi pen friends, this is Sarah.
And Eve.
I hope you like that introduction. That's a song called Autumn Leaves by Joseph Kosma. And I sang it because it's fall.
Yeah, it's fall.
I wanted to get that in before it wasn't fall anymore because it's November. I hope that you had a great fountain pen day and that you have a great Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and our bunny is making a lot of noise.
We're going to be swatching and writing with some red inks, orange inks, and brown inks today. I hope you enjoy it.
My bunny came over here.
Our first ink is by 3 Oysters, and it's called Yooon.
So this is Yooon?
This is not a very bright red. It's sort of like a
crimson.
Yeah, it's kind of brownish or orangish.
Yeah. For here, we just really wanted some fall colors to kind of look like autumn leaves. Just like the song.
So I've got Yooon in my Jinhao X750 and the Shimmering Sands.
Yeah, that's just a pen.
Yep, this is the Shimmering Sands color. It's kind of sparkly.
Sparkly.
So this is 3 Oysters, and it's called Yooon, E-U-M. And this is a Jinhao X750 in the Shimmering Sands.
That was X-Feather. X-Feather is also a type.
And I've put a fine Goulet nib on this.
Yes, so that's what the nib is. Just
It's
in case you're wondering.
It's a steel nib, and you can replace the number 6 nibs on the X750 really easily.
Yeah. Where are you supposed to look? Right here. I'm pointing to it. And this is
Robert Oster Crimson.
I said the last one was a crimson color.
Oh yeah, the last one is actually, I guess they called it scarlet, and this one's called crimson.
I feel like this would be on the rooftop of an old-fashioned house.
Uh-huh.
I would call it like a brick color.
Okay, but it's a little bit less orange than Yooon was.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it a true red. It's not very bright.
Yeah, it's kind of pink.
Yeah, it leans pink. I've got Robert Oster Crimson in my Lamy Nexx M. This is the opal color.
Yeah, it's opal.
And it takes the same kind of nibs as the Safari.
Yeah, so matchy.
Okay. So, Robert Oster.
Or Oster.
Or Oster.
You call it.
Crimson. And this is in a Lamy Nexx M. And the color of the pen is called Opal. And this is an aluminum body with a rubber grip.
Yeah, it's a rubber.
As you can probably see, we had to replace part of our paper because the brush we're using was contaminated with blue paint and it made Oxblood look strange. So this is Daimine Oxblood.
This is the regular Oxblood.
Yeah. Hopefully our patch and the paper doesn't distract you too much.
Yeah, just don't look at it.
Oxblood is a very dark brownish red. The pen that I have Oxblood in is my TWSBI Mini in clear. So this pen twists to post, and this is Daimine Oxblood. And the nib on this pen is a broad steel nib. So this is a TWSBI. And I had problems with cracking in my TWSBI Minis. You hear a lot about cracking with TWSBI. But I did buy these a while ago, so maybe they fixed those problems. This is a TWSBI Mini clear. This is Iroshizuku Yu-yake.
This is really, really nice. I actually really like this a lot. Oh my gosh. I'm in love with this one.
Yeah, this one has really nice shading. I think this one is my favorite orange ink that I have.
Yeah, I think that's my favorite orange too. I'm so in love with this. I just love it so much.
I have Yu-yake in my Sheaffer Legacy II, which Pickwick Turtle gave me. We did a trade, and this is an amazing pen, so thank you so much. It's like the weight, I love the weight of it.
Thank you, Pickwick.
The capping it's really satisfying. It's got a beautiful inlaid nib. This is the only inlaid nib in my collection. This is an 18 karat gold medium nib, and I really enjoy using it.
I think my bunny's just hungry since you said carrot gold. It's really
Iroshizuku Yu-yake. And this is a Sheaffer
Hear that in the background, guys?
Legacy II. In the black. They have a few different colors, but
oh my gosh, my bunny is being overly loud today.
This is Daimine Pumpkin.
Oh, it's pumpkin. That actually looks like a pumpkin.
And this is a really strong, vibrant orange.
Yeah, it is very vibrant.
I find
just
this
like
color a little bit hard on the eyes if I write a lot with it, but if I'm just writing some notes or a to-do list, it's really good for that. I have Daimine Pumpkin in my Pilot Parallel with a 1.5 millimeter calligraphy nib. And I don't really do calligraphy with this pen, but I do like it for when I'm doing some notes and I want a thin line and a thick line.
Yeah, and
so it's
really, really nice if you're like writing something, for like a card.
So you can use the edge of the nib to write thin and then the thick side to write thickly. So this is Daimine Pumpkin. So that's the thin side, and then if you want to do thicker lines, that's what that looks like. This is a Pilot. No, it's not a Metropolitan. This is a Pilot Parallel.
Oh, I thought it was Metropolitan.
And the 1.5
I don't know my inks.
millimeter nib. And I think these are fairly inexpensive pens. They're kind of nice to have. They're, I think, around $10. Yeah, it's a little bit scratchy on the thin side, but if you're just writing a little bit, it's good. So this is KWZ Grapefruit. It doesn't exactly look like grapefruit color to me, but it is a reddish orange. I have KWZ Grapefruit in my Lamy Safari in the neon yellow color.
Bright pen.
KWZ.
Your eyes can't handle this.
Grapefruit. And this is a Lamy Safari neon yellow. This is DeAtramentis Ludwig van Beethoven.
And it's brown.
It's brown. And this is my favorite brown. It's kind of a purpley brown almost.
Yeah.
And it's really nice.
Some might even call this purple.
Well, it's not purple, but it has sort of a tint of purple to it.
Yeah, like a hint. These are really what I would call autumny colors.
I have DeAtramentis Beethoven in my Omas Ogiva in the Evergreen color. And I used to have some problem with the ink leaking out of here, but recently it's been okay. So this is DeAtramentis. Beethoven. This is Daimine Chocolate Brown.
Ooh, chocolate. I'm hungry.
This is a really pretty, more of a true brown, nice dark brown.
Yeah, and also it makes me hungry. Ooh, it looks like melted chocolate. Looks like I'm painting with melted chocolate.
I have Daimine Chocolate Brown in my Sailor Professional gear. This color is called Black Velvet. It's one of their cocktail series. And it's sort of brown with sparkles in it, like a reddish brown. Okay. And this is the hard medium fine nib. It's a 21 karat gold nib. You can probably hear it has a bit of toothiness to the nib. I'm just going to write pro gear, but you know, it's professional gear. And this is the Black Velvet, which apparently is a drink that I've never had before. I'm going to try to give you another view of the sparkles. It's a nice finish. This last ink is actually one that we swatched in our green inks video as well, but it can also be considered a brown. It's Robert Oster Melon Tea.
I think it's green.
Well, I've seen it listed on vendors' websites as brown, so I don't know. It is looking pretty green next to these browns, but when you're writing with it, it's sort of a greenish brown or brownish green.
I really think it looks green. Look, that's so green.
And I've got Robert Oster Melon Tea in my Delta The Journal pen in the Corno finish. They also have matte versions of this finish, but this is the shiny version. And I have replaced the nib in mine with a Bock titanium nib. This is a fine titanium nib, so it has a little bit of flex to it. Okay, so Robert, Oster, this is a very wet pen, Melon Tea, and this is a Delta The Journal, in Corno, which means horn.
Horn.
Yeah, so it's sort of, I don't know, got the patterns that natural horn would have, although this is plastic. All right, so we'll give that a minute to dry and then show you what it looks like after it's dried. Sorry, I just realized I forgot to write the name of this pen in. This is the Omas Ogiva, and the color is Evergreen. I don't think I have enough room there to put it, but this is a 18 karat gold medium nib. All right, our inks are pretty much dry now.
Yeah, they're dry.
Beethoven is looking very purple, so I wanted to compare it to some of the purples that we swatched in the past.
Hi
So
there.
if I compare it to Three Oysters Delicious Purple Gray, it's kind of similar, but you can see it's more brown than that. So it's really considered a brown, but it does have a lot of purple in it.
I think it's purple.
All right, so now let's take a closer look at our swatches. So you can see how pink that crimson looks.
Yeah, it's really,
And
really.
I see a little sheen on the Three Oysters Eum. Oxblood is a very popular color. It's a very readable color.
Yeah.
Yu-yake has that beautiful shading. It looks like a sunset.
Yeah, and I really, really like it.
Pumpkin is so vibrant and nice, and grapefruit is a nice reddish orange. It has sort of a smell to the ink like all KWZ inks that I've tried.
Can I smell?
I don't think you can smell it once it's dried, but when you're using it, you can smell it. So I think of all of these, Beethoven is my favorite. It's really nice.
Of them, I think
Chocolate brown, has a little bit of sheen to it. And Melon Tea is a great shading ink.
I think that my favorite is either Daimine Chocolate Brown or Daimine Pumpkin.
Oh, you're always a fan of Daimine. They have some very, like, vibrant and, I don't know, concentrated colors, so sometimes they're not as good at shading, but they're very, like, bold. The colors are bold. All right.
Yeah, and maybe that's why I like them so much.
I think so. All right, thanks for joining us, and have a wonderful rest of your autumn.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll make another video, at least by winter. We're really busy as usual, but I hope you're all doing well.
Yeah.
Bye, pen friends.
Bye.